Good afternoon. Today I would like to teach you the Scotch game, and here I will start with a game of one of my students. I will not mention a name, but I just want to show you what can go wrong if you don't play the Scotch game correctly. Of course, if you don't play it correctly from the black side, e4, then knight if I mean pawn to e5, then runs ahead of the mouth. The mouth runs ahead of because the brain is telling it. Okay, knight to c6, then d4, then e takes d4, and then knight captures on d4. Now I'm cautioning my students, and I've told them so many times, do not capture this knight on d4. Why? When you do that, then you literally put the opponent's queen in the center of the chessboard. Now, what do I mean by putting the opponent's queen in the center of the... Here's the queen in the middle of the chessboard, and this piece is dominating. There's a great deal of mobility, and it can go anywhere on the chessboard. It can go to a lot of squares. But more importantly, it covers all the squares in the center. This square, d5, it covers e5, and it sits on d4, and it also protects e4. So this queen is really dominating the position, and that is why you should not get to that stage. So here with black to play, black even made another mistake by playing knight to f6. As I said, this is a game which one of my students played. I'll give it to the student that student was maybe a bit nervous, and it was in the international scene. So these things can happen, and you can only learn from them. So I hope you can learn from this game. So e5, pawn to e5, and then the knight went back to g8, then bishop to c4, and then now c5, and then queen to uh, d5, and now we can see the opponent threatens checkmate on f7. And so the queen came out to defend. It would definitely not help to play the knight here because then the opponent just taking you lose a piece. Because if you take back, then it's just checkmate. So you cannot play the knight to h6. So what happened here is queen to e7, and then now knight to c3, and then g6, because now this bishop needs to be developed, and then the knight can come out, and then it's basically what the player wanted to do here. So white just castled, then bishop to g7, and then here white played bishop to g5, attacking the queen. And here, my dear student, played queen captures on e5, and the opponent captured on f7, and it's checkmate. The king cannot go anywhere. It's blocked. This bishop covers these squares. The queen attacks like this, and the queen is protected by the bishop. It's protected by the bishop. This bishop is a helper to the queen. It protects the queen, and so there's nothing you can do. And this is what we call, or what I call, Shahmadarovsky. And here my student lost the game as black. So you have to be very careful when you bring that uh, queen to the middle of the board with capture and capture. So after you play the knight to f to c6, then you need to play something else. You need to develop. You play better is to play your bishop to c5. That is what you should do, and then the game will continue. Okay. I want to demonstrate this point. This is not, you should not allow this. Okay. Thank you.